evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Soul Fulfilling. This is the place where we just touch in again. What is that? I just had a senior moment. What is it called? Do It No More Wednesday? On Do It No More Wednesday. Soul Fulfilling, soulful conversations, soulful music with my beautiful co-facilitator. What is it? Co-facilitator? What would you call yourself?
Co-host.
Co-host.
That's right.
Ademola Anifawoshe. We call
That's
him
right.
Life Coach Ade. How you doing, Life Coach Ade?
I am wonderful, here for God and grateful.
Yes, yes. Well, hey, you just said the word I want to say. Yeah.
Yes, so it is.
This is a new song. Here we go. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. Sing along with me. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. Okay, let's take it up. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. Let's take it up. Grateful. I am grateful. You're grateful to be grateful in my soul. Let's take it up. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful in my soul. We're going higher. Grateful. I am grateful to be grateful, to be grateful, to be grateful in my soul. Be grateful in my soul. I'm grateful in my soul. I'm grateful. Yeah, that's my new song of gratitude. I got a lot of songs that say thank you. I thank you. I'm grateful. I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm wanting the spirit all around me. Grateful for this day that brings the sunshine. And, I thank you for being so real and touching me. We have a lot of songs to say thank you. Do we not, Life Coach?
Indeed. Indeed. Because that's the only reason to be here, to remember that we are grateful.
Yes.
So the great that we're looking for is right here. Just as we
Yeah.
are successful. It's not something that happens out there. We're expressing the success that we're full of. We're full of it. So when someone says you're full of it, you're like, you're damn right I'm full of it. I'm peaceful. I'm successful. I'm grateful. Oh, yeah. Do you want me to keep going? We are. And, I feel like this whole thing, life is an opportunity for us to express that fullness.
Yes.
And
Yes.
sometimes is when life is applying extra pressure on us that we need
Yes.
to remember that we're full of it.
Yes.
We can get caught up in the pain, but then we could just breathe in. And, on the other end, we have more reason to remember that we're grateful. Like, ooh, I'm so grateful I went through that. Yep, you went through it because you were grateful and powerful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When you said on the other end, I don't know why I thought about you were talking about your behind. You said on the other end. But it works though. It does work.
Yeah, you leave it all behind you.
Yeah, well, you leave it all. You let that stuff go through you that you need to let
Release and
go
let
of.
go.
And a lot of times, what we need, sometimes we do need to clean and
Yes.
cleanse our bodies. We need to do that all the time. That what we're working with is just a bunch of dead ideas. Things that don't serve us anymore. Things that we need to let go of. It's like waste in our system.
Yes.
It's like you're full of, you're full of it. We're full of it. You know what it is, And then when you begin to let go, something, you get lighter, you feel better. You can think independent of the circumstances,
Yes.
and kind of get another look at what it is you're doing and where you're going. So thank you everybody for coming on. We got a full house here. They're coming in. Yvette, Maxine, Akosia. Oh, we got the Akosian Ministries. We have Kiana, remembering Paul Mooney. Thank you very much. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. Pamela Lynn, K.S. Lovelace. Come on in, Dorothy James. You better come on in, Kalila. Yeah, Melissa and others that will be joining us. I'm full of joy. I'm full of it. You were talking about being full of it. Being full
It
of
with a
that
capital
it.
I. Yes.
Yes.
The lowercase
capital.
I is a different kind of it.
Yeah. That's like cousin it. Yeah, Jeff Noose is here with us, and he's back. He's feeling stronger and looking great. And he was saying something to me today. Is your microphone on, Jeff? Jeff said something that really I've been working with about why we're doing this program. The good of it, the good of the music, the good of devotion, the good of this joyous vibration. And he shared this story.
I called a friend of mine that's living in Thailand, and he left a life of all of the craziness in California and moved to Thailand and married a villager lady in northern Thailand. And she said to him this last week that all we do here is just take care of everybody. All we do is get up in the morning, and we take care of each other throughout the day, and we don't serious here.
Yeah.
That's what she told him. We don't serious. We just take care of each other.
We just take care of each other.
That's all we do.
We don't serious. We just take care of each other. And I feel like that's what we're doing. I feel like at least where I've arrived in my life right now, and I never used the word retirement. I said, when I left Agape, I said I completed what I came to do. But I realized that the way I'm living now is what young people are calling retirement. They want to get to the place where they're financially secure enough for early retirement. I hear that a whole lot on the financial freedom net, on the YouTubes, where I'm looking at and learning a lot about money and what people are doing, just the conversations where thousands and thousands of people are listening to how to invest in stock. But when they get to the end of it, even on the Breakfast Club, there was this guy named Wall Street Trapper who was brilliant on the Breakfast Club. And, he'd been to prison 3 times. Just really trying to hustle on the street, make money. And when he found out how money works, now he teaches other people about how money works and how to make money work for you. But then at the end of the program, he said, I was like, wow. There were 2 things that were significant. One was that I don't have to fear being successful. Because sometimes we fear being successful. We run from it. We don't want to sing. We don't want to do the thing that we do well, but we're shy about it. We think maybe we're not good enough. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I had a conversation with Lil Mill about this. I said, but it's like we fear being successful, but we're meant to be successful.
Yeah.
He says, we're meant to be successful. I was like, yes, we're meant to be successful. Successful means, for me, means to be joyful, means to be at peace in your heart, You know, you can have a lot of money and not be successful and not have peace and joy and not
Correct.
be fulfilled in your spirit. You can have a whole lot of
Correct.
money.
Yeah.
Your stocks might be doing great. I mean, a lot of rich people have committed suicide. You know, it's like it's not about that. It's about that. What Uwe said in Vietnam, right? In Thailand, she said they're there to take care of each other. They're taking care of each other all the time.
That's all they do is they get up in the morning, they gather their food, they feed each other, and they care for each
And
other.
they care for each other. So Wall Street Trapper was showing us how to take care of ourselves in what he was serving. And at the end of the day, they said, so that you don't have to be tied to a job, you know, that you could work for yourself. You don't, you know, you're not working for a living,
That's
you
right.
know, that you're doing what you love to do that helps people. And I was like, bam. I had to listen for 2 hours to get there. I was like, they nailed it on that one, baby. You know, when they finally, I was like, that's where we begin. I didn't know that. I was looking for what was missing from the way I do it. I took 3 pages of notes. So it was important for me to listen and to be informed. But at the end of it, I realized that where they're trying to get to is where I begin. You know, it's where I begin.
That's it.
Because taking care, making sure you're good, making sure you're good, making sure you know that you're loved, making sure you know that you have music to inspire you that can see you through, making sure you know that prayer is an amazing thing because it's us being present with you in God. You know, the power and the presence of that. I mean, it's important for me to know that.
Yeah.
You know, it was important for me to actually anchor in that. You know, it's just like to get requalified. A lot of stuff just got requalified. You know, and a constant teacher for me, Ramana Maharshi says, all spiritual teachings are only meant to make us retrace our steps to our original source.
That's it.
So they arrived right back at the place. You know, right back at the place. It's like all we want to do is get to the place where we can help other people. You know, so that they're not afraid that they're not going to be able to pay their rent. That they know how money works.
Yes.
You know, so that they can let it work for them like it's working for a whole lot of people. But many of us have been taught how to be great consumers.
Yes.
You know, how to be great consumers, but not how to create. You know, but we can do it.
Yes, we can.
And if we do it from the center of our being,
Yes.
oh my God, you know, we will move what? In the right way.
The right way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harmonizing our destiny.
Oh my gosh. Harmonizing our destiny. So, yeah. Yeah.
You know, you're talking about rich people who don't have peace of mind, and it makes me think of I know his name, the dude Napoleon Hill. He wrote Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
That was the first book he wrote.
Yes.
After going through all the ups and downs and everything that comes with being rich and having lots of money, he realized there was something missing, peace of mind. So he wrote another book, Think and Grow Rich with Peace of Mind.
That's great.
And then when you read that, even the energy is different. I mean, the
Yes.
content is similar, but the energy
Yes.
is different because he was coming from the heart. It's coming from a place like no amount of money can give you that place where you can be at peace with yourself, whether you're gaining money or losing money. And he just said he had to write that after having that experience,
Yes.
you know, and
Yes.
peace of mind, you can't buy that.
No, you can't. You can't buy it. And I mean, it's just amazing that I believe that when we're following the thread of our creativity,
Yes.
following the lead of our inner spirit, our Holy Spirit, we're going to end up in the right place doing the right thing. And it won't be for money.
Yes.
It will not be for money. You will make money.
Yes.
You know, people will give you money. People will support what it is you're doing, perhaps. But you're not doing it for the money. You know, you're doing it for a greater reason than that.
Yes.
And that's right. That's called harmonizing our destiny. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, yeah. What y'all want to hear tonight? All I need is my connection with God.
That's the request. You looked up and there it was.
I'll do a little bit of that. Okay, a little bit of that. I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. I was looking for somebody to hold me, and I was so desperate. I reached out to many, 'cause my heart was aching, and I was so unhappy. And I thought that someone would make it all better. One day I had to realize to seek first the kingdom, and all things and everything would be added unto me. Now I know that the Spirit is that somebody, and all my everydays I feel with friendship like y'all, sweet love and kindness now all around me. All those that love me, 'cause I live in the fellowship of the kingdom. I sought first the kingdom, but I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, I was looking for fortune, searching hard for fame, 'cause I thought that money would ease my pain. Yes, I wanted a big car and a house by the ocean, and I was getting nowhere. It was wasted emotion. One day I had to realize to seek first the kingdom, and all things and everything have been added unto me. Now I know that the Spirit, you say so connected. That's what you say. Now I know that the Spirit is my supply, and God's abundance is larger than the sky. A life of service is now my mission, and all that I pray for is already given, 'cause I live in the fellowship of the kingdom. But I used to think that I needed some money. All I needed was my connection with God. I used to think that I needed some money. All I needed was my connection with God. I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. Hey, God knows what I need. All I needed was my connection with God. Knew what I needed. God knows what I need. All I needed was my connection with God. This is Can't Do It No More Wednesday, so I can't talk about myself. But I will say that the next time I do that song, I'm going to do it in a lower key. After 30 years, can I have a lower key? Just like, Lord. I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. Yeah, that's too low. Okay. Ade is laughing at me.
I'm loving it.
I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. Nope. I got to do it right where it was written. That was good. Can't do it. How did it sound? Was it good? Loved it. Yeah. Thanks, Rickie. You're welcome, Rodney.
Everybody is like, somebody who said something, nobody does it like Rickie. I think I missed that.
But there was one note I knew if I was standing up, I could have hit it. But
yeah, but you were sitting down. So
I was sitting down. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay, thank you. See, you're taking care of me.
Yeah.
We're here. What would the world be like if we were always taking care of each other, making sure everybody was good? Yeah. Making sure that we're good. You know, and not going to the doctor to see that you're good. You're good already. Mm-hmm. Because you got so much love around you. Mm-hmm. You know, you're feeling good because you see what you said. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, you know, I did got that rock thing on there. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I've been connected with my ancestors. I'm just making them all come out.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Come on, come on. Oh my God. Oh yeah. You know they. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
We'll do a show about that one time. You know, where we just talk about them. You know, but I find that. Since I've taken the time, and I'm doing it all the time. I am doing it all the time. Thank you very much, Dorothy James. And simple way. Okay, Monique. Got you, girl. Got you, girl. Let me scroll back and see if anybody else said any other songs.
Oh, they're chatting over there. They're chatting so fast I can't click it right. But it's doing no more, so I'm just gonna. It is what it is. If I miss it, I miss it.
I think I saw a simple way. Yeah,
yes, it was simple way.
But since I started my ancestral honoring, not just in ceremony like now, you know, I feel like to mention them, to say, you know, we give honor, you know, I honor those who came before us, those who prayed and carried me, those who dwell in liberation, who permit me now to speak. Mm-hmm. You know, I call upon the great ancestors. Show us how to say what's meaningful and what would really, really serve the people who are on this call.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And fill my heart with words of inspiration. Yeah. And embrace us as we heal. Yeah. We're taking care of each other. They're taking care of us. You know.
When we remember them, they automatically take care of us. I want to share something here that I think you would appreciate.
Yes.
And
I didn't forget in a simple way. Oh, wait a minute. They're dialing in the songs. Woke up this morning. Okay, that's good. Oh, let me love. All right. I ain't doing all those. It's concert. I'm writing down those songs, though. Go ahead, Ade.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up on my other computer. Someone mentioned they just noticed how much you sing with your eyes closed because you're closing out the outer and tuning in. You know, I get it. My computer is kind of like, oh, okay.
Well, while you're doing that, let me share something. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
While your computer brings up your document, I want to share something. This is really, really deep for me, and it's amazing because I had a moment where something was revealed to me from my youth that was healing. You know, that stuff is, you know, that you know, I think that we just go deeper and deeper, and until it gets clear. It happened when I was reading this book, Peace from Broken Pieces by Iyanla Vanzant. If you've never read this book, you may want to. It gives such an insight into Iyanla Vanzant. Let me tell you about Iyanla. You know, this might be too much to share with you guys, but since you're on, I'm going to share it. Iyanla Vanzant has always treated me with the utmost respect. She does. She uses my music. You know, she's done amazing things where she's included me on all kinds of things. I love Iyanla, right? But I didn't know Iyanla's story. I didn't know her story because I haven't read Iyanla's books. I read a little bit of it and I'll go, I just kept going, you know, because I'm like that with books. You know, it's got to, when I pick this book up, I can't put it down because it's her story. It's her story, like her youth, like, and this is the story after she crashes and burns. This is after her, after she leaves Oprah, after the show that she left Oprah for crashes, after her daughter dies, and after her marriage is over, and after and while they're about to foreclose on her house. So it's like her life is coming. She's hitting the wall. So many of you who know, the name of the book is Peace from Broken Pieces. PEACE from Broken PIECES. And so, you know, she was putting her life back together again, and she did it piece by piece. All right. And I watched Iyanla do it. And I watched her. She was always brilliant. But I'm reading her book, and I realized that I was like there was something that intimidated me about her. You know, when I first met Iyanla, you know, it was like I met her at Hillside, and it was a breakthrough, the first breakthrough, or maybe the second one. And Johnny Coleman was there that time, and Iyanla, very young. This is in the early '90s, and it was like it was amazing. But when I met her, there was just there was something about her that was so quiet inside, and she hadn't begun the things that she was going to do. She might have begun her school, I don't know, but the journey was going to take her wide, and she was going to do so many things, and the way she did those things, she's revealing in this book, because there were some things that I just didn't quite understand. I just thought it was entertaining, you know. But when I'm reading the book, I realized what was driving her, right? And so, and I'm thinking to myself, I was like, but how is it that I didn't allow myself to read her books? Like, what was it that I couldn't face? What was it that I was afraid of? Where something I was running from in myself by not reading her books, you know? And this is Iyanla Vanzant. This is Iyanla. I sang at Iyanla's wedding. I was at the memorial service for her daughter when she passed. She called us the day she passed. The song Pray For Me is written for Iyanla Vanzant. I mean, it's like, Iyanla is close in my heart. But I was running, and man, 2 nights ago, I went deep, and it was doing my prayer work with my candles. You know, I was reading, and all of a sudden, I saw it. I saw it clear as day, and it was not just Iyanla. It was Iyanla. It was Michael. It was anybody that spoke well. It was anybody that was very masterful talking. It could be Tina Lifford. It could be Oprah. It could be anybody. It could be anybody, you know. Didn't matter to me that they didn't sing, you know. But it was like I was looking at what they could do, what they were doing that I couldn't do, you know. And it went back to my youth when I was a little kid, you know, with my auntie, who I've not only forgiven, but I thank for, you know, the lesson that she came to give me. But it was like, it just felt like there was nothing that was good enough for her. It felt like, you know, if I didn't do it perfectly well, I got spankings, I got whippings, I got chastised because I was away from my family, and I was there, and I felt it. I felt the depth of the loneliness of not being loved, of feeling like I was not loved, and my mother's arms were not there to hold me. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like you're there, you're a little kid, and it's an abusive kind of situation, but there's nobody there to protect you. So you cry and you pull it together and you do the best you can.
Yes.
I think my math teacher just gave me an A just because she felt sorry for me. Because I had straight A's. Everything was straight A's, but she just wanted that A. You know, but this is a story that's not uncommon. You know, but the other night, I was able to go there, and I understood that because I felt like I couldn't do what they were doing as well as they could do it, because you set a pattern for yourself. It's like, well, if I'm not the best in the room, I don't count. If I'm not the best in the room, I don't count. You know, and it's like, no, we count because we're doing what we love to do. You know, we count because we're doing what we love to do. And when other people are doing what they love to do, and they're nailing it, we say, ashe. You know, we celebrate that. We're not like, oh my God, they do that better than I do. That's a little kid that's wanting to count. That's like, he's going to love her more because she's smarter than I am. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, they're going to love him more because he's smarter than them. You know, it's like, oh, I broke through. People, I want you to know, I broke through. I broke through. And I wept. And then I took a deep breath. And I was like, I got to call Iyanla. But first, I'm going to finish the book. First, I'm going to finish the book. But there was something that she wrote here. This book is bad. She says, this is my story of how personal defects can lead you to the edge of your personal power, and how loving and accepting yourself in the midst of all that you discover about yourself will force you to jump headfirst into your greatness. Will force you to jump headfirst into your greatness. Like, I am not afraid to be successful. I am not afraid to do what's for me to do. I'm thankful that I get to do what I do. You know, and I don't do it for your money. We appreciate your support. We need support in the Be Hood, but I do it because I love. You know, I love you. I love what we come to do and feel together, that we could be inspired to bring our best to the world. Because everybody in this thread, I know you taking care of people in your zone. You know, and I'm just, you know, I just hope that story, that you can feel it, you know, because it just means that I'm stronger. I'm getting stronger in God. I'm telling you, these ancestors ain't no joke. It's like, no, we need her to know. You know, we need her to know. And I'm thankful. I am.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Whew, you took us there with that one.
The songs of all my great-grandmothers and the dreams of all my great-grandfathers, the way to rise beyond the pain. Oh, live, oh, live, oh, live in me. And Iyanla also said, you know, the perpetrators and the people who do or did what they did, they just did what they knew how to do. You know, and then I began to talk about my Aunt Willie, you know, who wanted to be a jazz musician, but her dad wanted her to do classical music. You know, he wanted to control her life, so she became a controlling person, you know? So when you follow it back, it's like, no, in this lifetime right here, no, we don't do that. We're healing it. Ade, you said something last week. You say, hey, it comes up. You know, so if you're not proud of your ancestors, well, you get to clear it up. You get to clean it up.
That's right.
That's what you said.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, say it's not going no further. Hey, you know what I said? Hey. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. And the smiles of all the unborn children, and the dreams of a better day to come, and the dance of heaven with the earth. Oh, live, all live, all live in me. We all live in me. What about this part? Been robbed and disgraced, abused and displaced, been lied to, but lies can be seen through in the land. You can't fall from grace in the land. You cannot be heard in the land. There's more than enough in the land. You're always at home, always at home, always at home. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. And I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to be here doing it just like this.
That's right.
Just like this. Yeah.
The story that you shared, I don't know about anybody else, but I know I felt it. And
when I read Iyanla's story, it's so tragic. You know, there were so many beatings and things and ways that she was treated when she was a little girl. And I thought I had a story. I'm reading hers. I mean, we all have the story. We all have our zone of what we, you know, some people didn't have that kind of existence at all. It was like, it was something else going on. But, you know, for the work she came to do, you know, there were some dues she had to pay, you know, and she did. Yeah. And she learned and she teaches from it, just like I sing from it, you know.
That's
you know,
it.
just like I sing from it, you know. And so that book, you know, the book is something, and that I didn't know. As long as I've known her, I didn't know her story, and now I'm reading about this brilliant woman and what she went through, and I'm going like, thank God for being God today. Thank God for being God today, and for guiding her and bringing her through, you know, so that she can be the beacon that she is. And I love you, Iyanla, if you're looking at this, but you probably not. You got your own Wednesday show.
See, look, I love how your eyes went to that thing that I just posted. Yeah, she pulled it. It's just happening. It's happening in the moment. It's already in the DNA in the cells. She got her ancestors said, play that, say this. There you go. That's the cue. She don't need no music sheet. She is the music. You know that, Jill.
Oh wow! And there, you know, it's. I have a beautiful. There's a quote that I wanted to. It's in the article. That article in the New York Times. There's a brilliant New York Times article today on my daughter Georgia Ann Muldrow in the art section. The New York Times today, May 19th. It's also my son's birthday. And it's also the birthday of Malcolm X. This is on May 19th.
Happy birthday to your son and happy birthday to you too, because it was your birthday as well.
Oh yeah. It was like I was sending him a text this morning. I said, one thing about labor and when a baby is coming, you become very alert. You're not thinking about the future. You're thinking about right now. It's like now.
Present.
you ain't no distractions. Ain't no distractions, baby. That baby's got your attention. That baby's
Yeah.
got your attention. But this article came out on Stefan's birthday, so there's a happy birthday shout out to Stefan and a congratulatory to Georgia on her album that drops, I think, on Friday. But but the article and the pictures, it's a whole feature on her. So check it out. We're very proud of her. And what she said was that music provides the world for her to walk through. Something like that. It was awesome. It's an awesome article. Yeah.
Yes. So I think I've been trying to pull this up. Let me see if I can work it out now because I had to come back to this computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here we go. Let's see.
You got it. Okay.
I think I got it. Let's see. I think you would like it. All right. Can you see that?
Yes.
So for me, you, us individually, if we count back when talk about ancestors,
yes,
these are the people who came. So if you look down, if we go 12 generations behind each and every one of us, we have 4,096 ancestors behind us, living through us. Mm-hmm. And they all came together for us to be born. Mm-hmm. And of course, that's only 12 generations, but if we keep going back and keep going back, and all these people, we call them ancestors, but there were people who lived, who have a story, who showed up, who went through all kind of experiences. Mm-hmm. They traveled. Maybe they felt lost in life. They visioned. Maybe they didn't know what was going on. The things that they lived life and they passed life on to us. I'm just maximizing so people can see it. So if we count back just 12 generations, we have 4,096 people that came before us. Imagine each one of their stories. Mm-hmm. If we go back 20 generations, we have just a little over 1 million people that came for me, for you, us individually to be born. That for me is a way of just really having to see that when I say ancestors, I'm not just talking about this nebulous idea, that there are people who lived life.
Yes.
Different countries, different thoughts. They had fun. It was more than them being oppressed.
Right.
They visioned. They prayed.
Yeah.
We are the answered prayer.
Yeah. They built.
They built. They created.
They created.
Their wisdom is what we're living on. Yes. We're living by the wisdom that they tapped into, that they passed on to us.
Yes.
And for me, the more I do this ancestral work, the more I'm finding I'm feeling more grounded.
Me too.
More grounded, even when things are chaotic. There's a sort of groundedness that I feel inside. Mm-hmm. And all I can do is just say, I'm so grateful. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes when things are chaotic, I'm kind of chaotic with it. Like, why is this happening? Mm-hmm. And to connect with your ancestors is to connect with your roots.
Ooh, yes.
When you connect with your roots, you're anchored on earth, deep, deep, deep down.
Yes.
And I just say to anybody, whatever you have with your parents, your grandparents, great-grandparents, great, as far back as you can go, whatever you can remember, do your work, heal it. Or not, because really it's an invitation, you know. But as we heal that, we heal ourselves. What we're really healing, we're healing the past and the present so that we can create a new future. We can create a different reality. Mm-hmm. And yeah, as Rickie said, I mentioned, I don't know if it was last week, but if you say, well, my ancestors, I had ancestors who weren't, I didn't like what they did. Well, it's for you to heal it. Mm-hmm. That's your gift. That's your purpose. That's your reason for being here. Mm-hmm. To heal that, to shine light. To heal is to reveal what is already whole. We're not adding nothing to it. You're not trying to make something happen. You're revealing the face of God. Mm-hmm. You're revealing the healing. What Kiana said, what does ancestral work look like? Well, It's a simple of, first of all, just recognizing that you had people that came before you. Start with your parents. Start with your grandparents. Start with your great grandparents. And every day you can light a candle. This is for my ancestors. Mm-hmm. If it's their pictures that you want to have, you want to create an altar. Mm-hmm. But first of all, it's just a simple of recognizing that there are people who came before you and their life, their essence, their soul is imprinted in every cell in your body.
Yes.
You were here because of them.
Yes.
Yes. If you just start there. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes like in my family, not having grandparents that you knew, you know, you don't have an appreciation for the honoring of them because you didn't have the grandparents, so you weren't trained in how to honor them. I know that doesn't make sense, but you know, my mom was, I met grandparents through my mother becoming a grandparent. Then I saw what a grandparent does, watching my mom. I saw what a great grandparent does. My mother provided the way that I got to see what life can become if you live long enough, because there was no older people in our family. And, you know, and it's kind of like when you don't have that, like a lot of people on the thread, you knew your grandmother, you knew your grandfather. You know, some have good stories, some have not so good stories, but there was somebody that existed. And some not, and they ain't always wise people. I mean, like in Iyanla's book, I mean, it was hard.
Her grandmother was her grandmother.
Ooh, it was
rough.
grandmother was, oh my gosh. You know, so the thing is, it's like you take a deep breath, you know, but it didn't happen for no reason. Like everything has a reason in this universe. There's a reason for all of it. You know, and the sooner when we get to that, it's like, wow. It's what is that sound? Is that you, Ade? Oh, that's over there. Oh, that's a car. I thought that it sounded like I heard it. It was I thought somebody had gas. So Georgia was saying this is something that shows up in the article. She says she's talking about when she didn't quantize her beats. You know, she would play her beats when she was working with a drum machine. You know, she says, I wanted to find a way to get off the grid. She said, I didn't like that I was playing something a certain way, and then it's telling it back to me in a corrected way. That means a computer, right? Time doesn't work that way. When you talk about grief or healing or heartache, it doesn't happen on a grid. It's an upward spiral. It's a roller coaster. It's all of these different things. If everything is perfectly done, then where is the undifferentiated chaos that made everything? Where is the creativity? It's like this stuff comes for a reason. Where's the you know, it's like Iyanla took that story and became herself.
Yes.
I took my story and became, because what mine was about, and I felt it the other night, it was to activate my feeling nature. Y'all hear what I'm saying? To activate my feeling nature so that I could hear with feeling. You know, so that I could give what you need, what I need. Yeah. Yes. And so it looks chaotic over here, and over here it made sense. It made music.
Yes.
I won't call it, it made music.
Yes.
I won't call it sense. It made music.
That's it.
Yeah, it made music. It made Ade. It made wisdom. You know, it made us. You know, it made us. So we honor them. We honor who came before us. You know, it's yes, I'm doing it now. I'm thinking, and you know, every night it's like I thank my great grandmother, my great grandmother, any names that I can pull. You know, I mention their names. You know, and then I just say, Holy Spirit, you did a good job. Yeah.
It's when you were singing All I Needed Was My Connection with God, and you were like, I need to do that low, I need to do. I really love that, because oftentimes what we're shown is the product, the finished product. but we don't always see the ups and downs, the how maybe I don't like that, or all the things that happen. But for you to display that, to just kind of, it's like creation. Once it's arrived where it needs to be, hey, it's beautiful. But sometimes getting to that beauty, it's not always beautiful. But can we still hold the same consciousness that I know there's something in here that wants to be birthed, and I keep doing the work. I keep doing it. And sometimes it's all about intention and your consciousness. Absolutely. Like, this is speaking to me, and we keep fine-tuning it, it. And then one day it might be somebody else that sees the beauty that then reflects it back to us.
Yes. Yeah.
And we just got to take conditions of our gifts, of our skills. We put conditions on God. We put conditions on love. We put conditions on our gifts and talents. We put conditions on ourselves. Yeah. And we're trying to be free. But if you're putting conditions on yourself, you can't be free, because conditions keep you trapped. Yeah.
And no matter how much somebody tells you something, until you can accept that for yourself. Yes. Until you know it for yourself. A person can tell you, wow, you're beautiful. You're so beautiful. Until you can accept that for yourself. The inner beauty that's shining out and radiating through you. You're going to, you need your connection with God. You don't need no money. You don't need, you don't need nobody. You need your connection with God. You need to know who you are. We need to know who we are. And, but we're learning every day. We have the music to keep us going, and we got these great writers, and we got our community, and we have, I got the sunshine peeking through the window. So say something right quick, Ade, while I close the curtain.
Okay, I said something right quick.
Oh, you're going to do it? Yeah. That's okay. Jeff is going to do it.
Oh, Jeff's got it. Jeff the man. What just happened? We just lost you. Well, there you are. Yeah. Well, maybe me. I want to say something too when you talk about the gift. I remember sharing a conversation where I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, a gift is nothing until you give it away. She's like, yes. And she said, and it's not a gift until you receive it. It's like, ooh. So we can give the gift away. Sometimes we're taught, give your gift away, give your gift away, give your gift. The world needs your gift. Yes. And I must receive my gift. Because when I receive my gift, whether people appreciate my gift or not, it's not that relevant, because some people say whatever they want to say. People say they're expressing their consciousness. But when I receive my own gift, I'm not even looking for feedback. So when it comes, it's just like, thank you.
Yeah. You're something else. Did I tell you I love you, Ade?
I love you too,
You're
Rickie.
great, man. I tell you.
Thank you.
So how's your girlfriend? She treating you good?
I love that segue. I should have known I was getting set up.
He's smiling. He's still smiling. So that means he's doing good.
Woo, yes. Well, I'm doing good. We hit a bumper today, and it was kind of rough, and we're still moving through it. It's this whole thing about, with all these travel restrictions. Yeah. And she's in Atlanta, I'm in the UK, and we're trying to meet. We're planning like around June, and then we're looking at UK. They do this, what they call traffic system. So some countries are on the red list, some on the amber and green. And the green is where you can travel to freely. It's only 12 countries, and Australia is one of them, and all places that we ain't trying to go, the other side of the world. And the ones that I can go to that's on the green in America, she can't go there. So we kind of was just looking at that today, and we're just like, just feeling the disappointment, feeling frustrated, feeling sad, because it's just wanted to connect, to be with one another. And we're moving through it,
But we can send a prayer up.
Oh yeah, do that.
We'll let a prayer rise with the sun so you want the blue, the amber, the green. Which color you want?
Oh, green. Okay,
we'll sing green for you and your queen. Now. Huh?
I just spoke Yoruba language, just came out my mouth. I don't even know what just happened. I've told you the ancestors taking over my body. So you said, what color do you want? I said green, knee. When you say knee, it's like, it's that. It just came out my mouth.
Green, knee.
Like,
Green
what
for your
is
queen,
happening?
Here it is, a Queen J.
Benny, oh Benny, 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 yes.
Hey, we're getting to the end. We better focus.
Hey, I think I'm being hijacked, so we'll see what happens.
I think you're going to be just fine. We see it working together for you guys to see
Yes.
each other real soon.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. We want to talk about B Radio before we go.
Yeah, and I want to talk about, so those of you who don't know, we've moved the Sunday devotional to Saturday. And pretty soon we'll have pop-ups that might happen on Sunday sometimes in the afternoon. So that's what we're planning also. So join us on Saturdays for Sanctified Saturday in the B Hood. Join us on B Radio for a great lineup of speakers. Don't forget, Mondays with Sherlock, Tuesdays with Jeff Kushner. He's who is soaking in it. Beverly Brewster in the morning, Jeff Kushner at night. You got Moni coming up with her mixes and the healing with Dorothy James on Thursdays. Excellent program. And Norma Choza, who is stepping with inspiration, showing us how to live a good life. And then we have Dr. Lori Eanes, who gives us Take a Moment for Health. I mean, so much is coming on. I can't read all these folks. Then we got John Stringer and Kathy Stringer, who come on the first Saturday. It moves in a point of light, in a song of love, in a simple way. Jeff. It reaches with a guiding hand, in a heart that truly understands. It heals like a salve of compassion, like a comforter in a simple way. The God in me ain't complicated. It moves in a simple way. It moves in a simple way. It moves in a simple way. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you, Life Coach Ade. Thank you, Jeff Nuss on sound. Thank you, Ayanna Stokes. Thank you, those of you who will be joining me in Kauai for my birthday. Y'all better sign up, because their price is going to go up after June 1st. So go. Just because you RSVP don't mean that you got a room. You got to register. So go to RickieByars.org and /birthday. Click the green button and come on. I'm going to see you in Kauai, October 6th through 11th. We're going to move in a simple way. Remember that God moves in a simple way. So let us love one another. Take care of each other. Love when it's hard to love. Love. Our loving will change the world. Our loving is changing the world.
That's right.
Ashe, Ashe, Ade, Ade, Amen.
I love you, Rickie.
Love you too, my brother.
Thank you. This is beautiful. Peace and blessings.